When you think of the HGUC Zaku II, you typically think of this model kit. It's pretty neat. It's a pretty basic, kind of dated model, but it's still nice. And when you think of the HGUC Char's Zaku II, you also think of this model, if you're not thinking of the Gundam the Origin version. But another HG Zaku they released was the 08th MS Team version, which a lot of people think is one of the nicest looking HGUC 1144 Zakus, and I personally agree. I always kind of thought the idea of having an 08th Zaku colored like Char Zaku II would be cool, and apparently it actually exists, and I have it. Yeah. This is a US-only release of Char's Zaku II, an HGUC, mind you, that was US only, never really re-released. Recolor of the 08th MS Zaku. You can see right there. You can see right there. That's the same figure. It's actually really cool. But the very odd thing is that this package and its contents are very American. It's actually really funny and really nostalgic to see the state of Gundam and Gundam products in America back in the day. So looking at this front here, we have action figure model kit, because it's kind of emphasizing, hey, you know how you can pose these things around and play with them? Yeah, it's an action figure model kit. It's very interesting, since most Gunpla collectors only refer to them as models and kits. They don't really refer to them as action figures. And I'm more of an action figure collector instead of a modeler. I typically just straight build and do some detail painting on my models. Like you can see on my 08th, I painted those, I painted the elbows, but I didn't like paint align it to death. I didn't do things like that. I just kind of like it more straight built. But it's interesting to see it actually referred to as an action figure. Right here, free, earn your rank medal. Details inside. That's interesting. This was actually on the wrap of the box before, and I took it off and put it back on the box itself, so it's kind of peeling off. But yeah, it still had the original wrap and everything. Never opened before. Skill level 3. And you may think, oh, this is probably just a re-release, J4. Why are you being like, oh, it was never opened? It's not a re-release. I will show you that this is an original model from 2001 that someone held on to for all of these years and finally sold on eBay. So looking at this side of the box, pretty standard HGUC fare. Nothing too special, just not really a lot of Japanese on it. This side, though, we got the classic HGUC images of this Zaku. And looking on the box here, the colors are very similar to the Gundam the Origin Char Zaku II, which is an amazing figure. But once I open the box, you'll really see that the colors aren't really that. Looking on this side here, it's just, hey, action figure model kit. They normally don't say that, do they? Here's the skill levels. Did you know that Gunpla has skill level? Look at that. The parts volume, 65 plus, 80 plus, 140 plus. Look at that. It's so interesting. What level are you at? I would say, I guess I'm at level, I don't know, level 8. The Gyaradoga is pretty complicated, the MG Gyaradoga. I'm going to say I'm at level 8, probably. Let's say 8, because I haven't built a perfect grade yet, because they haven't really made a perfect grade that really appeals to me. The old perfect grade Zakus are way too old. I'm sorry, they're just too old. Looking here, we just have, hey, there's the features of it. And then right here, there's a description in English. That's really neat. Typically, you really can't read that, now can you? Looking here, all products shown on this package have been painted. Oh, that's great. I kind of wish they wouldn't do that, or at least give you one image where it's not painted at all, but hey, it's an older model, I can forgive it. Then there's a full bio of the mobile suit itself, and that's it. There is the package. Now let's get it open and see the contents of it, and the proof that this is not a re-release, because it actually has a pamphlet for that Earn Your Medal thing still in it. And if you look at the dates here, look at that. 4/16/01 to 9/30/01 while supplies last. There's that whole text there if you're interested in that. Yeah, it's an actual pamphlet for the Gundam Earn Your Rank thing. I want to say that's the old master grade. I could be mistaken. I'm probably very mistaken. Look at those stickers though. Yuck. Yuck. I hate seeing those stickers. I don't really like putting a lot of clear back stickers on my kits. Anyways, flipping it over here, we have the ranks themselves and the badges you would get by getting those ranks. All of them are Gundam Wing themed, I think. Except that right there is an original Gundam. Gundam Wing, Wing. Yeah, because Gundam Wing was really popular back then. Did you know that? Yeah, it was. Then here, look at this. Where did you purchase this product? Toys R Us, Target, Walmart, Hobby Shop, KB Toys, Kmart. Oh, man. Half of those are gone now, dude. It's sad. Internet as well. Hopefully the internet doesn't go away. This is so funny. Hobbies, interests, circle all that apply. Oh, thank God model building's on there. I'm like, if model building's not on there, that's a concern. And then there's just the rest of the text. Are you interested in receiving Gundam information? Yes, I guess. Yeah, I'm not going to fill that out. I'm going to keep it as pristine as possible. Anyways, right here, we have a product pamphlet. Oh boy. This is amazing. There's actually product pamphlets. There's the medals yet again. If you want to see those in color, the medals you can earn. Let's unfold this and see what we can get. We got the skill levels right here. Skill level 1, if you want to build some terrible no grades. Yeah, if you're just into no grades. There's some HG skill level 4s right there. Skill level 5, oh man. I actually have that, the HG Wing Gundam 0 custom. Yeah, I would not say it's a skill level 5. That is such a basic kit. This is interesting. Oh, there's some... Oh, that's the original 08th Goof custom. Then EZ8 right there. Yeah, it's neat. Then on the other side here, we have a lot of MSIAs. Got the MSIA Dom, which I actually do have. The Gundam, Gun Tank. Oh, this is so cool. Gundam Alex, the Goof and Ball. Oh, man, the Gundam Wing. I love MSIA. I love when these things are actually in stores. I wish they would bring Gundam back to stores, man. I miss it. Ah, it was refreshing to see some more, like, the small candy toy sort of Gundam toys at Toys R Us before they closed. But yeah, still no Gunpla at Toys R Us before they closed. Anyways, let's get that out of the way and take a look at this red and immediately notice that, hey, that's not the same shade as this. What's going on? Well, I think the shade is more along the lines of the older Char Zaku IIs, like the little SD Char Zaku II here, which I'm not really complaining. That runner seems to be untouched. That one, I'm guessing, is untouched. There's the stickers right there for the elbows. Oh, and then the mono eye. Elbow stickers, man, it kills me. Right here, that's just the normal tube runner. Then, oh, marking stickers. That's sweet. Didn't actually know it came with marking stickers. Hey, that's appreciated. Then right here, oh, am I mistaken? I'm mistaken, guys. Oh, if you want to give your Char Zaku II the spike shield, he's got it. Oh, I'm mistaken. I apologize. Oh no, I was wrong once in my life. Only the once. Let's be a little hush-hush. There's the polycaps for this kit, as well as the polycap hands. You don't actually use those, but polycap hands are really interesting. There's the bazooka parts. Yeah, this is just the same runner as the 08th. Nothing too special there. You don't even have to use... If you just have a spare normal sticker for the eye, which I do, I'll probably just put a normal sticker. That's dark enough. You don't need to put that whole black sticker on there. I know I'm not. And there's that. I'm curious to look in the instructions now to see if the instructions are all in English. I feel like it does come with... I think it comes with, yeah, all of the parts that the original 08th did, so I am mistaken there. Whoops. It's almost like I opened it for the very first time now. Oh, wait, I did. It's right there. There's the pamphlet. Let's take a look. Oh, it's kind of like a booklet. Oh, no, it's not. It's a normal pamphlet. Oh, that's interesting. Look. This is still in Japanese. Look at that. That's all still in Japanese. Very cool image, though. Very cool image. Yeah, all this is still in Japanese. I don't know if this kit ever did get a Japanese release. If it did, please tell me. And if it did, I'm just assuming it was never re-released. I've never said this thing is rare, as in it's expensive. I only paid about $17 for this model, which is a pretty fair price for an obscure HGUC, I believe. Yeah, you can see the assembly is very basic. There is no written text on these instructions whatsoever, because like I said, very basic assembly. Then the back there's the color guide. Yet again, all in Japanese. And there we go. There you have it. I think this does have some more English for the instructions there, so that's nice. There you go. There is the unboxing portion of this video. It took a while, but yet again, this is such an obscure model. I wanted it to be a thorough unboxing, so you guys can see everything that's going on with it. Now, give me a day or so, because, you know, I don't really have time to just build it and then make a video instantly. And I will show you the figure itself. So let's seal this back up, and I'll get to building. So here's the original HGUC Char Zaku II, all built up and slightly painted. Now I do want to say I did not apply any of the stickers that this figure came with, because I wanted to show you the sticker sets more individually. Instead of using the stickers, I just used another mono eye sticker I had from another kit, and instead of using the really ugly elbow stickers, I just painted the elbows gray myself, because I figured, hey, a slightly okay, like a decent gray paint job on his elbows would look better than those crappy stickers any day. Speaking of those crappy stickers, as well as his accessories, let's get these out of the way before we talk about the figure itself and show some comparisons. So I was indeed mistaken. This figure comes with all of the runners and all of the parts that the original 08 MS Team Zaku II did come with. So if you want to give your Char Zaku II the dark red shield, you can. The dark red shield with the spikes. And I will show you how that looks, because it's just an alternate part you plug in. It doesn't really require any disassembly of the normal kit, so I will show you how that looks. He does come with the normal head part, if you want to make your Char Zaku II a not commander type, which I guess you could. I don't think it was a commander type earlier on in the war. Here we have entirely unpainted peachy red Heat Hawk. Yeah, that's going straight in the accessory bin. I'm telling you that. If I want to use a Heat Hawk with it, I'll use a gray Heat Hawk. He does come with fisted hands for his right hand, as well as his left hand. He does come with, however, 2 trigger finger hands. One for the Zaku machine gun, which he is currently holding, and one for the Zaku bazooka, which he is holding right here. It looks decent, looks alright. No real complaints about the bazooka here. No sticker for the scope. Does have a hinging scope, does not have a hinging handle right there. Does not even have a removable magazine, but hey, it's a very old model. I can forgive it. It does have quite a few spare polycaps, if you're a fan of knowing what kind of spare polycaps he's got going on. He's got a couple hinges here. He's got these odd polycap hands. If you ever want your hands to just be entirely polycaps, there you go. Also just a couple other joint parts, nothing too special there. Moving on to the 08 MS Team Zaku specific accessories. Comes with alternate armors here. It's just arm armor, nothing too different. It's just the kind that came with the normal 08 MS Team Zaku, the ground Zaku. Also the ground Zaku leg armor guards, because hey, you gotta have 3 times normal speed somehow, and he has the alternate thruster parts. Yet again, just the parts of the arms. I didn't bother cleaning them up and getting rid of the gates there. I just left them on in case, hey, if I ever want to use it, I'll be able to just do it then. And if I never use them, I won't have to waste my time removing those. This is the normal sticker sheet right here. You can see these very ugly stickers for the elbow pads. I don't know why they didn't just make those parts. No idea. And then there is just one single sticker for the black backing the head as well as the eye. Hey, you don't really need that if you have a spare. I don't really like these. It just makes the whole inside of the head shiny. So if you just have a spare mono eye like I did, you don't have to use that. He does, however, have marking stickers, which are decent. He's got some caution, just some little markings there. Not too easy to read, but hey, whatever. MS-06S, so this is Char's Zaku II specific for this. Hey, nice, he comes with some nice new stickers for the Char Zaku II. So for the accessory he has on him, he just has the Zaku machine gun on him right now. Does have a moving thing there, does have a moving thing there. Hooray for moving things on guns. Does have the normal Char Zaku II shield right there. Just showing you, he does have the booster leg parts right there. He does have the normal Zaku II arms right there, and yet again, as you can see, I did paint the elbows gray myself. Hey, it's a Char Zaku II. I also did paint the inside of the mouth, because I always think Zakus look better when you do that. And I think the plastic backing the eye is dark enough. You don't really need to paint it. But just letting you know, it does kind of have a little bit of a give. So if you want him kind of looking another way, it'll just kind of slightly do it. Not really too necessary, but whatever. It does have the command fin on currently, and it looks really great. I think the command fin looks nice. This is an older model, so some of the polish on the parts wasn't too great. I actually had to get rid of some mold flash around the head there, so yeah, be wary of that if you're if you're lucky enough to find this thing even available for sale. Articulation is what you would expect for a very, very old high grade. Ball jointed head. The arms are just on pegs and hinges, but they actually move out a fair bit. They move out about all the way. Swivel for the shoulder there. Then this is kind of on a double hinge, so, or just a single hinge, I think. Yeah, it's on a hinge. He does have swivels at the biceps as well as swivels at the elbows, so you've got double swiveling going on. I would say you really only need one of them. You don't really need both. A nice 90-degree hinge at the elbow, swivel at the wrist if it's really tight. Nothing at the waist. No real movement to speak of at the armor. Like, it moves out slightly, but not nearly enough to get much more than this for a range of articulation for the legs. Moves back even more than it moves forward. Moves out almost none at all. He does have kind of a double jointed knee, but because of the rigidness of that plastic, I would not dare bend it even more than that. But hey, it moves. Nothing at the thigh, because it's just got the two thigh pieces that are sandwiched together. And the feet are on ball joints that don't really do too much. They're just there. Yeah, it's an older model, but the reason people like this model is because it looks great. And besides all the seam lines, I have to agree. I think this is a nicer looking HGUC Zaku than the actual HGUC Zaku II. I do not have the HGUC Char's Zaku II. I just haven't gotten around to getting it yet. But you can see the 08 MS Team version just has way more detail. I kind of prefer the proportions of the older one. This one's just very flat, and the green is also very, very bright. I'm not really sure how I feel about the green on this. It's still a nice Zaku, though. It's a nice army builder if you just want to build up some background Zakus. But yeah, it's nice. But one comparison I know a lot of you want to see is it with the actual 08 MS Team Zaku II. You can see oh man, I love seeing Zaku IIs. I love seeing the normal Zaku II, and I love seeing Chars just together in the same mold. It looks great. You can see this one does have the 08 MS Team ground Zaku attachments, so it's got the extra padding for the legs there, so it doesn't have the thrusters. Has the different arms. You can see how slightly different they are. But yeah, I think this looks really nice together. I did use the fuller eye sticker for the for this one here, and it's slightly off center, just ever so slightly enough to just bug me a little bit, but not enough to actually replace it with another sticker. It actually lends to some nice posing. But yeah, there are those together. Now I'm sure another comparison you want to see is the colors. You probably want to see, hey, what do the colors compare to with another Zaku II? It's the older kind of Zaku II model kit color. It's basically just the same as like the SD or the old Master Grade. It's not the same color as the newer Master Grade, and I will show you a comparison of another kit that's basically the same color as that. Well, it's not really a kit. But yeah, there's the color comparison there. Comparing the color of kind of the newer Master Grade in the form of the Robot Spirits Char Zaku II, which in my opinion is it's not a Gunpla, but in my opinion this is the definitive 1144 classic design of Char Zaku II. I prefer the red color on this. I like the head sculpt a lot more on this. It's way more anime accurate. And I just like the look of the Zakus from the anime. I do think they both look really nice though. I do indeed prefer the newer color of red that they use for Char's mobile suits now. But the origin red is very, very dark. And you will see right here. Here it is with the the Origin Char Zaku II. I'm not really a huge fan of the Origin colors for Char. I think they're just a little too dark for me. It's just not the color I think of when I think of Char's Zaku II. But it's kind of its own thing, isn't it? The Origin is almost kind of its own thing. And if you are wondering, here it is with the HGUC Revive RX-78-2. I did paint it up just a little bit in the head, and I did shorten the V-fin because I thought it was a little too long on it. Yeah, that looks nice. Clearly, they're going for different designs. The Revive Gundam is way more sleek in its detail, doesn't have nearly as much as the 08 MS Team version, but still it's nice. It's nice looking, and I do think that this HG Origin, or not really HG Origin, that's what the seller called it by mistake. Did you know that? Fun fact. This HGUC version of the Char Zaku II released in the US that's a repaint, or recolor I should say, of the 08th MS Team Zaku II is a nice thing to have if you're just a Char Zaku II fan like myself, or if you're just a fan of that 08th MS Team Zaku figure. This is nice looking. It's just as nice, if not a little nicer, than the other one. One thing I know you guys want to see, one thing I know I want to see, is some of the alternate parts. Here is Char's Zaku II, kind of ground type, pre-commander, and I totally dig this design. I'm totally digging what I'm seeing right here. It just looks so cool. I actually really like seeing Char with its different shield, and I like seeing Zaku II before it was even a commander type. Even though it does look a little naked, it just looks a little naked without that little fin on his head, but hey, it's cool. It's cool. That's the glory of Gunpla. If you have the parts, you can make it. Well, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video on this very obscure Gunpla HGUC 1x44 kit. I enjoyed making this review and sharing this very obscure model with the world. If you want more information on it, just look up HGUC and go to the Gundam wiki. There's a little bit of information on it there. I will have that information copied in the description below, however, if you do want to just read it there. Thank you all so much for watching. Also in the description are my social media links if you want to check those out. Also, my P.O. box is open if you want to send me some memorific goodness or just action figures, whatever. Send me what you want. If you want to send me fan art, that will be very welcome. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you. Bye.